Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast.
Merry Christmas Eve!
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve right now. At the time we are recording it, it's 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve. We've been very busy, so we missed last week as I was traveling home, and we were trying to find a time to catch up and record, and we decided to do it tonight on Christmas Eve. So if you're watching this, it's probably Christmas morning or past Christmas. So I hope you had a good holiday season.
Yes. I hope you had a good holiday season. It's not over though, because New Year's is next week.
True.
But yeah, yeah, it's a random time we're filming it. It's just been a pretty crazy with the holidays, especially now that I don't live at home. So I have to like go to and from our house wherever our whole family's staying, and I have a kitten here, and so it's been a little bit crazy. So sorry about missing last week, but we really wanted to get a video out, a podcast out for this week, and we thought it'd kind of be fun to just come home from Christmas Eve dinner and film a podcast before going to bed for Christmas because we're not gonna be able to sleep.
Oh, also, sorry if I just shouted. Um, we do like a secret Santa gift exchange with my siblings and our cousin's family. Um, and I had Jake for Secret Santa. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you haven't seen, but I got Jake this shirt for Christmas. It's from when Josh Allen and the Bills beat the Chiefs. And it's like two of his teammates pretending to put a crown on his head because he's the king. And then I also got him a Washington Commanders beanie, which he's grabbing right now. Just a cream color neutral. It'll go with most things. But yeah, let me know if I did good with his gifts. Do you like them?
Yes, I love them. I want to put this on to mess it up. I also got a haircut. Probably haven't seen
I
this
also
since
got a
got it.
haircut. No,
Yeah.
I think they saw me though.
Um, yeah, so we did still do predictions last week.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the games. The first game we had was Thursday Night Football on December 19th, the Chargers versus the Broncos.
And I was home for this game, right?
Yes, yeah,
So
we
we
were all
watched
together.
all of the games this week together,
Every
which was
single game,
fun.
yeah. Um, the Chargers won 34-27. I was right about this.
Interesting. I picked the Broncos.
Yeah, I
Because it like you were obsessed with the Broncos at the like towards the beginning of the season. Do you not like them anymore?
yeah, I don't like them.
Oh, right, because I was them in Madden.
Yeah, you were them in Madden, and also I feel threatened by Bo Nix. I
Me
don't want him to
too.
take the
But you were
MVP
like you
somehow.
were like liking him and now you don't like
Yeah.
him anymore. Good. Yeah, I picked Denver. Chargers won, which is really interesting because they are very neck and neck for the NFC playoffs right now, right?
AFC.
Oh, AFC.
Yes,
Sorry.
yeah, they are. I don't really know the implications for that game, like
I think
winning.
that it. I think if the Chargers lost that game, they would have very little chance of making the playoffs, and now they have a bigger chance.
Yeah. Next game is the Texans versus the Chiefs. This was a 1 o'clock. Oh no, this was a Saturday game. Okay, guys, there were two Saturday games this week, which is really random. I guess they're doing it again this week also. I think it's because it's like holidays. They're just like spreading out the games a lot. So on Saturday, the first game we had was Texans versus Chiefs. The Chiefs won 27-19.
I had the Texans winning that, so I was wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong about it too. It's like, yeah, the Texans are a good team, but out of all the other good teams to play, the Texans were definitely the good team that's bad enough to lose to the Chiefs, in my
My
opinion.
thoughts on this game were that the Texans have always been fraudulent in my eyes this season, and the Chiefs also have been fraudulent in my eyes this season. But this week, it really looked like the Chiefs weren't fraudulent. Like they looked like a good team this week,
Yeah,
which they needed to. They needed to be a good team to be able to beat the Texans because they've looked pretty bad against bad teams. So they had to really get it together to beat a good team, even though I don't think they're
yeah, but
that
it's kind
good.
of, one interesting thing is when I picture the Broncos and the Chiefs playing, I picture the Broncos easily winning.
Yeah,
But I mean, they did lose by like 1 point, but that's like the fraudulent and
yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
stuff about the Chiefs this year. But when I picture the Texans and the Chiefs playing, even though I picked the Texans to win, it's way more neck and neck than I think. So that just goes to show how fraudulent the Texans
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
They're
Another thing that happened during this game was Tank Dell, the Texans wide receiver two, probably got horribly injured during the game, and the quarterback was severely distraught at his injury. Like you
Yeah,
don't really
CJ
see that all
Stroud.
the time when injuries happen to your teammate. It's like, oh, like you'll take a knee, maybe say a prayer or something. But he was sobbing and was the last person to leave his side because I'm pretty sure I've heard that they're like besties. So it was really sad, like and really cute to see, but also so sad.
Yeah, it was probably the worst injury I've seen this year, I would say. Because I mean, like there was
Yeah.
a lot of other injuries that were like head injuries, and like yes,
No,
those
no,
are
no.
head and neck.
There was someone else that like his arms went like this because he was like concussed or something. I think wasn't it Chris Godwin?
Maybe yes, yeah, that happened to Chris Godwin. I don't know, but this one you just saw the leg
Yeah,
injury and you knew
it was
exactly what it
disgusting. He
was.
like tore his ACL, like broke his
MCL,
kneecap.
yeah, like he completely ruined his other leg.
Mhm.
Um, Very sad, and it was really nice to see that CJ Stroud was very emotionally touched by that because it is a weird thing. Quarterbacks like feel a little bit responsible for injuries when they throw them a ball that could get them injured.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, he kind of
but
knew like right
okay, the
away.
silver lining is it was still scored a touchdown on the play. It was like a really
Yeah,
good
yeah,
catch, and like he
yeah.
scored the touchdown.
Yeah,
But
immediately like as he caught the touchdown, like went down, immediately grabbed his leg
yeah,
after.
next game we have the Steelers versus the Ravens, another Saturday game and another division rivalry. Um, the Ravens won 34-17, which is actually pretty surprising in my eyes. I picked the
Yeah,
Steelers
I
to
picked
win
the
it.
Steel, or I picked the Ravens.
Nice.
I didn't even know I picked the Ravens. Good on me.
Yeah, the Steelers are showing a little bit signs of weakness right
Yeah.
now. I don't know how to feel
I don't
about
know how
it.
much I've trusted them this entire season, though, to be honest. But once they beat the Commanders, I had to, like, in my head, I was leading up to that game, I was like, they could be fraudulent.
Yeah.
And then once they beat the Commanders, I was like, I can't say that if I don't think the Commanders are fraudulent. I can't say that I think the Steelers are. So I gave up on that. But they're starting to look a little weak.
Yeah. And the Ravens have just been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You never know which like version of the Ravens you're gonna get.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, just thinking about my statement, George Pickens has been out the past 2 weeks. So
Yes, yeah, their
they're a
best wide
star
receiver.
wide receiver. So that probably adds to it a lot.
Yeah, they don't really
I
have
wonder if he'll be
anyone
playing
else.
tomorrow.
I
I'm
hope.
sure they've been saving him for
Yeah.
tomorrow when the Steelers are playing the Chiefs tomorrow.
Next
Anyway, moving on.
Sunday games, Giants versus Falcons. The Falcons won 34-7.
Disgusting.
Okay, so also a lot of these 1 o'clock games are going. We don't really have that much to comment on them because we are watching the Commanders game. And even if we were watching every game, the Falcons and Giants,
Yeah.
34-7. Who fucking cares?
Do you
Let's
think that
see. I picked them to
does them
win.
blowing out the Giants that badly worry you at all for the Commanders game next
No,
week? Okay,
for some reason it doesn't.
that's good.
Yeah. Do
Because
you?
they were starting a new quarterback though. Like they weren't playing like
I know,
so I don't know
but
because we
like,
didn't get to see how he played.
but the Falcons he had two pick sixes.
Okay.
That's where a lot of their points came from.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which like doesn't really scare me
Hmm.
either because the Giants are on their like they don't have any offense right
Yeah.
now. So
Who did you pick?
Falcons.
Okay, me too.
Yeah. Next game we have the Bears versus the Lions, divisional rivalry, but the Bears are the worst in that division.
Yeah,
The Lions won 34-17.
I picked the Lions.
I picked the Lions. Not much to say.
Yeah,
I didn't
nothing
watch
to
any
say
of it.
at all.
Um,
Actually, one thing to say: if you did see that game, or, um, sorry, Nina's walking across Jake's keyboard right now. Nina is Jake's cat. If you're not watching, she's in camera right now. But the Lions had a trick play where Jared Goff stumbled out of the snap, and the running back also fell on the floor, so it looked like everything was going to shit, and the play was terrible because everyone was falling. But it ended up being a trick play, and they had a wide open man, and it was a
I thought
touchdown.
that was like impromptu.
No,
Like
they
one of
they
them
practiced
fell.
it.
Really?
Yes, they practiced it.
That's
Jared Goff was
hilarious.
like, "Yeah, we did it in practice on Friday," and Jameer was like, "Oh, maybe I should fall too to really sell it," and that's what they did.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh my
So it's so
God.
funny the plays that the Lions come up with are just so that they are having fun playing football. So it's always fun to watch
Sorry
a
if you
Lions
just heard
game.
that. Sipping a little
Next
water.
is the Colts versus the Titans. Didn't watch that game at all.
Yeah,
It kind of looks like it was an interesting one though.
I don't remember anything. Oh,
The Colts won.
Jonathan Taylor had like an insane
The
game.
Colts won 38-30, and I picked the Colts.
I picked the Colts to win as well. Yeah, not much to say about that game besides Jonathan Taylor. Last week, Jonathan Taylor, the Colts running back, or it might have been 2 weeks ago, but he had a breakaway run and at the end zone dropped the ball because he celebrated early. So he dropped the ball before he crossed the plains to make it to consider it a touchdown. So people were very pissed at that because it kind of lost them the game. And this week he came out mad as hell and
Yeah.
like he had like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was the best performing running back of the week, and actually really happy to see that because he was injured a little bit this season, and stuff like that. But it's good to see him performing really, really well. I like him.
Next game was the LA Rams versus the New York Jets.
Disgusting.
I can finally stop picking the Jets because they won last week, so I went with the Rams and they won.
Yeah, I went with the Rams. They won 19-9. Stupid, weird score. The
Yeah, like
Jets are
really awkward
awful.
score.
Yeah, I don't like that.
A lot of field goals, it looks like.
Next game, the game of the week, according to America, because they said America's game
America
of the week.
Ferrera.
Yeah. America's game of the week was the Washington Commanders versus the Eagles. And the
The Commanders
yeah,
won.
I was gonna make a joke, but I couldn't
The
think of it.
9-5 Commanders beat the 12-2 Eagles, and the Eagles.
That's not like that big.
No,
of a
I
deal.
know, but the Eagles had won.
Yeah,
10 in a row.
Yeah, they won 10 in a row. They're on a 10. They were on a 10 game winning streak.
Yeah.
They started the season 2-2, and then went on a 10 game winning streak.
And we stopped their winning
We
streak.
stopped their winning streak.
We stopped their winning streak with 10 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, insane game. And I've been seeing it all over my Twitter feed, Instagram, everything. So many people are posting like the final drive because it was
Yeah,
picture
people are
perfect.
posting it like the final 2 minutes of the game and just saying, "I know you wanted to see this again. Merry Christmas."
Yeah. So if you didn't watch the game, just go look at the final drive. Jaden Daniels clutched. He does it he can. It's crazy how good he is like under pressure. I mean, the whole offense works so.
Oh shit! She didn't end it, did she?
No. I hope she didn't. I think I see it right there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're still
Sorry.
recording.
A cat stepped on my keyboard and the thing went away for a second. But,
Nina.
um,
Jaden Daniels or the Commanders had 5 turnovers. They had 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions.
yes, 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions.
But Jaden Daniels also had 5 touchdowns, which
And that's normal to have when you're throwing the ball that much. We actually didn't want to run the ball because the first 2 possessions were fumbles from the running back.
yeah, it was so hard to watch in the beginning. It was like fumble after fumble, and we were doing like short screen passes, and then we finally got into a groove. And I think you saw a stat that was like no other quarterback has scored 5 touchdowns against the Eagles this season, right?
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
It's crazy because they have played some really good teams too.
Yeah.
Good quarterbacks.
And people are like
because
saying,
Jalen Hurts got injured,
yeah.
but y'all were already up. And the last time we played you guys, the defense was the biggest thing for us, and we had no problem.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like we were struggling on offense, so their defense was playing well. But then when Jalen got out, our offense started doing well. So it kind of didn't really seem like the only thing like the Eagles could have done better was scoring more points or defending us, and they had every ability to defend us.
Yeah, and they couldn't.
Yeah.
So no excuses. I mean, you have multiple people on like your team has a bench for a reason. So when a backup comes in, your whole team shouldn't implode. I mean, it happens, but sorry that you can't blame that on the loss. Like if you're an elite team that's going to the Super Bowl, you have to win even when your quarterback is out. For example, Marcus
Marcus
Mariota
Mariota.
jumped in for us. We were playing the Carolina Panthers at the time, but Marcus Mariota came in and we still won. So by a lot, we blew them out. Um, so yeah, it's just like the Eagles fans are making crazy excuses, and it's making me hate the Eagles so much. But we won, yay!
Yeah, we can move on from this
Yeah,
one. The next game was Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns, and I believe the Bengals won that game
yeah,
24-6.
yeah, disgusting.
Jameis
The
Winston wasn't
Yeah,
playing.
their quarterback they played, Dorian Thompson Robinson, had 157 yards and 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. They had a running back that scored, and I guess they missed the extra point, or they went for two and didn't get it or
They
something.
probably missed the extra point.
Yeah, they missed
Missed kick.
they missed they
Oh,
missed the
the
extra
Bengals
point.
needed that though.
Yeah,
A battle of the state win. I'm sure that was fun. Next game was Minnesota versus Seahawks, and the
it's that
Vikings won
Vikings
that.
won.
Oh, by the way, I picked the Bengals to win. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
I
said
picked the
that.
Bengals. Yeah, I did.
The Vikings won 27-24.
Yeah, close game.
What?
I mean, the Seahawks are like a
I know, but
decent team.
oh, I guess I was wrapping presents during the 4 o'clock games, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun game.
Yeah.
I don't remember it,
Justin Jefferson had
unfortunately.
a shit ton of fantasy points.
Really?
I think he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
144 yards and 2 touchdowns, 10 receptions.
at like 30 something points.
And fucking DK Metcalf had a touchdown for the first time in like 6 weeks. And
Yeah.
I didn't play him.
A good touchdown too.
Yeah, I picked Minnesota to win that though.
I thought that was you touching my thigh.
Ew.
No, babe.
Nina's jumping around again. Sorry, guys. Did you pick the Vikings or the
Yeah, I
Seahawks?
picked the Vikings.
Okay. Next game, New England versus Buffalo.
Boring game.
Yeah.
The Bills like weren't really trying, in my opinion, and they still won. It's
Yeah.
24-21. Didn't watch any of the game actually because I don't remember what I was doing. I was probably baking or something. But I picked
I
the Bills to win
remember a little bit.
regardless.
It was just like hard to watch, honestly,
Yeah.
because the Patriots were up 14-0 in the beginning, and I was never worried, but it was just like I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
The Bills won. I picked the Bills.
Same.
Jacksonville Jaguars versus Las Vegas Raiders was next. The Raiders won 19-14, and I had the Raiders.
I had the Jaguars.
You did?
I have no idea why I did that. No idea.
Well, the Raiders quarterback was back from injury, so
Yeah.
maybe you were thinking about that.
But Trevor Lawrence is still out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't have a singular thing to say
Yeah,
about
who
that.
cares
Sorry.
about that game?
Next is the 49ers versus Dolphins. The Dolphins won 29-17.
I picked the Dolphins to win.
I picked the Dolphins as well.
Yeah. Don't have much to say about
Why
that
don't?
game
Oh,
either.
that's also a 4 o'clock game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to those. Sorry, it was a busy week.
Yeah.
The next game was the Bucks versus the Cowboys.
This was a really good game.
Yeah. This game was the decider of my fantasy outcome because I was in the winner's bracket and playing to go to the championship. And I came in first in the league in the regular season. I have 3 players on the Bucks. I have Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, and Mike Evans. And I was stressed the whole game. I finally looked at the score of my fantasy with 2 minutes left or something, and I needed 2 points, 2 singular points to come in first place, and the Bucks just got the ball back. So all I really needed was Baker to get a first down, 2 first downs, and they fumbled on the first play and lost the game. So I lost fantasy because of that, and that really upset me. But it was a fun game. It was a really
Yeah.
good game regardless. The Cowboys D really won that game. They had a lot of forced fumbles
Yeah.
and
Um,
an insane interception in the end zone. Remember that?
yes,
They
yeah.
like both
They,
caught the ball and
yeah.
the Cowboys guy came down with it. Yeah, the Cowboys defense really won that game for them.
Yeah. Cowboys are like decent. It's Cooper Rush. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it was a really fun game to watch. I didn't have anything important like fantasy wise, but just it was a very fun football game to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
Stressful for me, but fun if really fun to watch if I didn't have any ties
and the
to it.
Cowboys won, but I
Yes,
picked the
I
Tampa Bay
picked the Bucs
Buccaneers.
as well.
And the last game of the week was bullshit and stupid.
Packers versus Saints. The Packers won 34-0. So the Packers shut out the
Packers shut them
Saints.
out. We stopped watching at halftime because it was 21-0, and we're just like,
Yeah.
this has zero implications for anything, and it's probably going to be a blowout. So we just put on Home Alone 2, and I checked the score like 30 minutes after halftime, and it was like 27-0, and we're just like, yeah, no point in watching that.
Yeah.
But happy for them. They won at home on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. And
so-
honestly, them winning makes the Vikings-Packers game this week that much more fun. Or in 2 weeks. Is it? Ow! Fuck! Sorry.
she's really bad right now.
Nina just jumped on me with her claws. I didn't mean to shout.
What?
Do you have anything to say, Nina? No, she doesn't have anything to say. All right, let's move on to our predictions for this upcoming week. Games
Yeah.
start tomorrow if you're listening. The games this week start on Wednesday, Christmas, the 25th of December. Starting with tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we have the Chiefs versus the Saints. Sorry, the Chiefs versus the Steelers. We were just talking about the Saints. Chiefs versus Steelers. This game I've been waiting for quite a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I'm after last week, maybe a little bit more worried because the Chiefs looked a lot better and the Steelers looked a lot worse. But if George Pickens is back, I'm hoping for a Steelers win.
I'm rooting for the Steelers, and I'm going to pick them to win. You did too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you listening to me?
Well, it sounded like you just said like you were rooting for them. So
I'm predicting the
Okay.
Steelers to win.
I'm predicting the Steelers to win as well. Next game, Ravens versus Texans, 4:30. Didn't they literally just play?
Yes, the Texans and the Chiefs played and the Steelers and the Ravens played. They're calling it a Christmas remix or something.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But
And it's unfair to them. They're playing so much.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Fraudulent, the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah. Seahawks, Bears.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. I think this could be maybe randomly interesting. We'll see. I doubt it.
Why is it a Thursday night game?
Because, I mean, on paper it sounded good, probably way back when they were.
I just don't care
yeah.
about the Seahawks.
Next game, Chargers, Patriots.
Chargers.
Broncos, Bengals. This actually.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a really
but
good
here's the
game.
thing. I'm very curious to see a Joe Burrow offense versus a Broncos defense.
Yeah.
A number one defense versus number one offense.
Yeah.
And then a decent offense versus a horrible defense.
So, I mean,
That's gonna be really interesting.
I'm picking the Bengals, though. I think Joe Burrow's
I'm
going to
going
tear them up.
Broncos.
I think Joe Burrow's going to tear them up. It's not going to be a
You
problem
think?
for him. I really do. Don't they like have to win? I think that's good for them. I think it's really good for them if they win.
Well, yeah, probably. Anything is good for them if they win. I, for some reason, just want to go Broncos, so I'm gonna go Broncos.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going Bengals. Love Joe Burrow. What?
Love Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Next game we had the Cardinals versus the Rams.
I'm going Rams.
Interesting, but I'm gonna go Rams. Cardinals are fraudulent right now.
I like the Rams a lot.
Yeah, they're a cool team. Cowboys versus Eagles.
Divisional
Eagles.
game. They have 2 divisional games in a row.
Yeah, Eagles.
Imagine if the Cowboys beat them though.
I
Back to back
would
divisional
fucking
losses.
love that. That would be sick.
Oh my god.
Then we
would
would
be...
have a chance to take the 1 seed.
Yeah, but we.
Eagles have to lose their last 2 games, and we have
The
to
one
win
seed
our...
in the NFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a dream of mine. I'm gonna say the Eagles are gonna win, but
Yeah,
knock on
Eagles.
wood, because if the Cowboys win, I'd be really happy.
Yeah. Panthers, Bucks. Oh, guys, the Panthers won. Did we even talk about that game?
Who'd they play? No, we didn't.
That's the only game we didn't talk
Yeah,
about.
somehow we
Somehow
didn't.
we missed it. Last week, the Panthers and the Cardinals played. It went into overtime, and the Panthers won 36-30.
I picked the Panthers.
I picked
I
the
was right
Panthers
about
too.
that.
Yeah, I picked the Panthers. Yeah, I was really happy for them to win. Also, side note, Jaden Daniels in his press conference today after practice. Apparently, him and Bryce Young are good friends. Did you know that?
I wonder how though.
I think they grew up together or something.
Oh.
But the press asked him a question about Bryce Young, and they were like, "Do you know what Bryce Young's new nickname is?" And he's like, "No, what is it?" And he's like, "They're calling him the Carolina Reaper." And he's like, and they're like, "What do you think of that nickname?" And he was like, I mean, if it fits him, like that's fine. It's like something so awkward, but he but he was like, "Yeah, I'm really happy for him." I text him after all his good games, and I just like
That's cute.
say that. And he also said this Christmas he's most thankful for getting drafted by the Commanders.
Jaden?
Yeah, and he said he's also
It's so interesting because I guarantee you if we didn't have a new head coach, new owner, new
Yeah.
management, it would be a different story.
Yeah, he said very thankful for being drafted to the Commanders and very thankful for the fans for showing up each week. And I was like,
Don't jump.
that's the nicest thing in the world, and very, very cute. He's goddamn lucky to be in the place that he is right now.
Yeah.
I think every other rookie is probably like, I wish
We
I
have
was at
good
the
energy in our
Commanders."
locker room.
Yeah.
You can tell, even though I'm not in there.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Panthers, Bucks.
Oh, Panthers,
Interesting. I'm
I'm
go
going
Panthers.
Bucks.
I'm going Panthers.
I love the Bucks, and they need Baker Mayfield's gonna have a fucking vengeance after that game.
True, that's a good point, but I
It'll
like
be
Bryce
fun,
Young too much,
maybe.
and I actually think that the Panthers could beat them. Next game, Jets versus Bills.
Bills. Imagine I
Bills.
took the Jets.
Yeah, I'd laugh at you. Next game, why'd you just? My cat just came up, touched my leg, and then sprinted away.
She's getting antsy.
Yeah.
She's
That's why I
she
was trying to
gotta go
speed
to
it up.
bed so
Yeah.
that before Santa
Yeah,
comes.
she's nervous about Santa.
Colts versus Giants.
Colts. Yeah.
No fucking way
I was
Giants
like,
are winning a
pause
game
for a second.
ever.
No, yeah.
Or
Giants
they're
are
not winning another game.
Yeah, they had too much going on right now. Yeah.
Next is Raiders Saints. I think it's gonna be one of those like close games
Is what's
for
his
no
face
reason.
back?
Aiden O'Connell is back. I'm going
I have
Raiders.
faith in him. I'm going Raiders. I think that Spencer guy is like dog shit.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler, I think.
Yeah, I don't like him. He gives me bad vibes. So
Titans Jaguars.
Titans, ooh,
Both these games sound boring to me.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Titans though. Didn't they compete well last week?
Against who?
Ooh, scroll up. Yeah, 30-38 with the Colts.
Who is their quarterback?
Mason,
Mason Rudolph is playing again. He threw 3 interceptions.
250 yards with 2 touchdowns. But Jags defense is nothing.
Yeah.
But pick who you want.
I'm gonna go Jaguars. Jaguars competed
Okay.
last week too, kind of.
Dolphins Browns is next. That also sounds boring. Dolphins.
Dolphins for sure. Packers Vikings.
This is an integral game to the playoff standings.
I'm going Packers. Wait, is it? I want to see if it's. It's at Minnesota. I think the Packers. They just blew
I think
out
it would
the
be
Saints.
more fun for the NFC if the Packers won.
That's why I'm saying it. I want the Packers to win, and I think they will.
I think I'll go with the Packers as well. And Sunday night, we have a game that was flexed.
Yeah, flexed, which basically is like they leave an open slot because they want to put one of the games in prime time, and they picked the Commanders and the Falcons.
Yeah, because they'll leave an open spot, like Jake was saying, towards the end of the season to put a game
That's very
in that
important.
spot that like has implications to who will make the playoffs and who won't. and the Falcons and the Commanders are fighting for they both have wild card spots, or the Falcons are fighting for a wild card spot. So if the Commanders lose, it's good for the Falcons. If the Falcons win, or if the Commanders win, it's good for whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say?
Well, if the Commanders win this game, we are 100% locked in
Okay,
for a
cool.
playoff
Cool.
spot.
So we'll clinch the playoff berth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Falcons basically need to win if they want to stay in the race.
Yeah, we can lose this game, but preferably let's not have that happen.
And
And I
think
don't
it'll
think
be,
that's gonna happen. The Commanders
yeah,
are gonna fucking win.
I'm
Like,
going
are
for
you
Commanders,
joking?
obviously.
Yeah. Lions Vorse
Lions versus
49ers. Lions, like
Yeah, Lions.
49ers are ass right now.
If it was last year's 49ers team, that would be a fun game, but
Yeah.
it's not.
13-2 versus 6-9,
Is Christian McCaffrey out for the season?
probably.
That's insane. He literally played 2 games.
Worst, like, wait, actually, I do.
He was probably drafted first round, first pick in at least 75% of fantasy leagues.
This is probably not a reliable source. Due to a knee sprain.
He, oh my God, this is taking forever. Unfortunately, he won't get a chance to end that drought this season as he suffered a likely season-ending injury in week 13 against the Buffalo.
Oh, this website is actually causing problems. Let me close it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
I don't know if anything just got frozen, but we're back.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of wraps up everything.
Yeah. Short episode. We need to take my cat over to my parents' house. And
We need to get to bed before Santa comes.
yes, we've been having NORAD on my other monitor, and he's getting close. But Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah. Hanukkah
Happy
starts
Hanukkah,
soon.
Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. We'll probably see you next week though. But
Yeah.
yeah. We'll see if we get any NFL jerseys under the tree tomorrow.
Yes, because we both
We both asked
asked.
for Josh Allen jerseys.
If we get them, we'll post an Instagram story.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram at Football for Girls and Gays, and you can see our Christmas haul if we get Josh Allen
Yeah.
jerseys.
Yeah, true.
All right. Good
All right.
night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.